Begin by measuring and cutting 60 centimeters, 40 centimeters, and another 40 centimeters of 8mm braided cable sleeving. Next, open the ends up a little, like so, and use a lighter to melt them to stop the strings from fraying. Do that on both sides. We also want to cut a meter length of 12mm braided cable sleeving. We'll melt the ends like before with a lighter to stop them from fraying. Next, feed the 60 centimeter long 8mm braided cable sleeving that you prepared onto one of the motor cables, like so, and you want to push it in all the way until it comes out the other end, like so, and we want to take it up to the white connector on the cable, like so. Then we'll prepare another motor cable with one of the 40 centimeter 8mm cable sleevings. Next we'll take an end stop cable and push the last 40 centimeter by 8mm cable sleeving onto it. Again, we want to push this on until it reaches the white connector, like so. Finally, we'll take the other end stop cable and the last motor cable and put them together like so, and push onto both of these cables the 1 meter long 12mm braided cable sleeving. And we'll start with the black Molex connectors going in first, and we'll push the sleeving on over both of the cables up to the white connectors. Again, you want to push the sleeving on up until you reach the two white headers, like so. And that is the cables prepared. Next we'll connect the cable with the 8mm 40 centimeter long braided sleeving onto the Y motor, like so, to make sure that the connector is pushed in firmly. And we'll push the rest of the cabling in through the triangle on the base, like so. And the rest of the cabling can just be tucked into the extrusion, like so. And we'll repeat again for the end stop on the other side. And again, pushing the remaining cable in through the triangle, like so. And finally tucking the excess into the extrusion. Next we'll take the motor cable with the 60 centimeter long braided cable sleeving on it, and first connect it to the feeder motor and then run the cable down through the brackets, and finally pushing the excess in through the hole in the bottom, like so. Next, take the cable combination of the end stop and motor cable and fix onto the X motor and the X end stop, like so. Next, we want to take one of these cable tie mounts, remove the backing paper from it and fix onto the bottom of the X motor. We'll next take a cable tie and fix the cables on underneath the motor. In doing so, we create cable relief for these two connectors whilst the printer is moving. Next, push the gantry to the front of the machine and take the X motor and X end stop cables and stretch them out to this position here. When happy that it is straight and reaching the extrusion here, take another cable tie mount and we'll just mount it onto the frame like so, and attach the X motor and X end stop cable onto it like so. Next, push the cables in through the triangle like so. Next, with the machine flipped over, we want to connect the IEC cables to the power supply. We'll do this by installing brown onto the live wire, by unscrewing the terminal marked live with an L, pushing the spade connector in, and then tightening down with a Phillips head screwdriver. We'll repeat again for the blue and yellow cable, with blue corresponding to neutral or N on the power supply box, and the yellow and green wire to earth, marked by an earth symbol on the power supply box. Take extra care when installing these cables. It is imperative that you get them the right way round and inserted securely. Next, remove the power connector from the ramps board and install the 4 power cables with the spade terminals onto it. You want to arrange as shown in the diagram, alternatingly, so red, black, red, black. Red will be our positive and black will be our negative. Next, install the power cable spade terminals into the power supply. You want to install the red cables on bays 2 and 3 and the black cables on bays 4 and 5. 1, 2 and 3 are positive, 4, 5 and 6 are negative. It's highlighted on the power supply on this panel here, and the bay numbers are highlighted on the plastic cover. Put the cover down, and next we'll plug the connector back into the ramps board. Finally, wire as according to the diagram on page 53 of the build manual, bunching the cables together using cable ties and also making use of the cable tie mounts where possible.